Welcome to the Writer Reads Short Stories. This is Stiletto's Luck, the fourth and final part of 4. Stiletto regretted the thought as soon as it passed. The angels smirked, but only asked for the memory they all needed to see. Stiletto let him have it, wishing he didn't have to see it all over again. Please, he wanted to say as he saw himself plunging twin daggers into the angel's ribs. Please, I don't, he thought as he heard the word Chugrush spoken, commanding the dying angel into the hells. Help me, he whispered as the angel's features shifted to those of his sworn enemy. Help me, he said again, dropping to his knees as the angel vanished to the hells that had transformed it. You are beyond the help of man, the master bard said, but to give him credit, his voice was hoarse and his eyes were wide with horror, and not at what Stiletto had done. The debt you owe is to the heavens, for your life was forfeit to the creature you killed, and some would accuse you of treachery and ask your soul as payment. Stiletto wrapped his hands with grass stems, filling his palm and his grip with the fragrance of the sun and meadow life. If his life was forfeit, then that was the last scent he wanted to breathe, the stream, the last sound in his ears. He did not try to rise as the angels closed around him, only released the grass stems with reluctance as the angels grasped his biceps and lifted him to his feet. You will look at me, the angel commanded, and the assassin realized he'd squeezed his eyes tight shut. The smell of grass faded, and the scent of angels threatened to engulf him. Did you get them all? The question steadied him. The angel was not asking if he had killed all the angels in the city. It was asking about the demons and their minions. Stiletto thought back. Stannis was merely human, he said, a minion controlled by the creature masquerading as his bodyguard. The angel, his voice cracked. He had no doubt that the being that had saved him had been an angel at the time. The angel was to be the overlord on conversion. Stiletto swallowed against the sudden rise of bile in his throat. How long had the demons been working on that transformation? It made him sick. What made him doubly ill, though, was the obvious conclusion. There will be at least one more, perhaps 2. Can you find them? Given time? Will you kill them? It is what I was made for. Do you require payment? I only seek to balance my debts. Elaine gasped, but the angel smiled. It was a tight, satisfied smile, and it filled Stiletto with dread. But it was more than he had hoped once he'd realized that he'd killed an angel on the cusp of transformation, a demon being born. Until that point, he had not known there was any hope of forgiveness, that redemption might be earned. He bowed his head and waited. Angels were not known for their mercy, but a greater vengeance could be served, and forgiveness might amuse them, might remind them of the qualities on which their legends lay. Stiletto held his breath. Look at me. Stiletto raised his head and looked once more into the angel's face. His gaze flicked from its features to those of the 2 standing at his shoulders. The angels looked stern. You are contrite, the elf angel said, and Stiletto felt his insides turn to water, the sting of tears at the edge of his eyes. Even he had not realized how much he regretted murdering the angel that had saved his life. Not until another angel had pointed it out. He would have knelt, but the angels flanking him held him to his feet, forcing him to face the judgment standing. Stiletto looked again into the angel's face, his heart quaking. But you did destroy an angel, the angel said, one who was tainted enough by demons to be drawn to the music. It turned and looked at Elaine. We're fortunate we have someone with Elaine's talent on our side. She crafted the song to draw the demon out. She knew you would come if the demon did, laid everything she had on you, knowing what to do. The city would have been lost without her. Elaine's eyes showed surprise, and her bardic master looked proud. The angel continued, "You would have been lost without her." Stiletto could not deny the truth in that. Only the sight of Elaine's face in the choir, the thought of what the demon might do to the one he loved once it got loose, only that had given him the courage to kill an angel in the choral halls. If he had not, the angel continued, "You will work together. She has skills you need to learn, and you have need of a partner and a second set of eyes. Your foes know you too well, well enough to expect you to work alone, well enough for their expectations to give us the advantage we need in order to win this battle without purifying the city." Its words brought sharp breaths of surprise from both bards and the remaining city lords. "You can no longer walk alone. You are no longer uncompromised." Stiletto looked at the angel. It was right. The moment the angel had saved his life, he'd been compromised. It had been made worse when he killed the being to whom he owed his life. He could only be glad he'd owed the debt to an angel before its transformation. His situation would have been much, much worse after it had changed. Glancing once more at the angels, the master bard, the town councillors, and Elaine, Stiletto nodded. "I owe you a debt," he admitted, and felt the trap close around him, tying him to one side of an eternal war. Trapped he was, and well trapped too, but he had Elaine, and he owed a debt, and it was no more than he deserved for forgetting that angels were not above using their enemies' tactics to win. The angels smiled tight and warlike. In return, soldiers with a new weapon brought to heel.